there was a big article in The Atlantic, very leftist magazine, written by a very leftist journalist. I don't even like calling them journalists. I mean, can we call them journalists? I don't think it's a good idea to call these folks journalists, because they're really not journalists. They're opinion makers. Anyway, this big article actually admitted the problem that we have. And the problem is that too many people, too many families are leaving urban environments. These families are leaving. Why? Because of crime, because of costs, because of lack of education. So what's that going to do? Oh, AOC, I don't know if everybody's going to keep voting for you because they're leaving Queens. If you got kids, you're getting the heck out. Or if you're thinking about having kids, you're getting the heck out. Or maybe you're living there and you're just not having kids, which means eventually that population is going to have a dwindle. Maybe they'll get more green areas and blue skies so that Kamala Harris can roam the streets and soak it all in. This is the article. The urban family exodus is a warning for progressives. In large urban metro areas, the number of children under 5 years old is in a free fall, writes Derek Thompson. This is a lot for them to publish. Take a look at this. 18% decline in population in New York City. Isn't that amazing? Just in the last 5 years. Overall, in urban areas, it's down 8%. 5% nationwide, but urban areas down 8%. So people are having less children, which is a problem. And then you go to New York City, you're down 18%. Where was it hitting the most? In Manhattan and in Queens. So people who have options are taking those options, or just not having kids. I mean, either way, is this good? In neither situation. I mean, you want young families, right? In Manhattan. I'm one of those families that left. I wasn't going to stay in Manhattan. We got out, let me think. I wish I'd gotten out way earlier. I didn't know any better, I guess, initially. But we were there until about 2015 or 2016. And I'd gone to college there, and I had lived there my entire life. And I'll just say this, you know what? It is a drastically different place. And it's very sad to see New York City today. I was just overseas, and some Europeans were saying to me, there was a woman from London who was working at the Shelbourne Hotel where I was in Dublin, very historic hotel, had a big role in Ireland's independence. And she said, I've always wanted to go to New York City. And I'm like, okay, just be careful when you do. You can plan that trip, but you might want to be a little bit careful because its crime rate has gone up so significantly. And when I go there now, when you see the challenges that they're facing in the streets every day. And I go back a lot, because the kids have an appointment or this, that, or the other, or I do something for work. I do go there a lot. And I'm definitely on edge in a way that I never had to be in years past. It started deteriorating, let's face it, under de Blasio. I mean, politics aside, bring Bloomberg back, for goodness sakes. You had Giuliani, you had Bloomberg. This was a continuation of support for the police and this idea that you needed a safe environment, because when you have the safe environment, it allows all these other things to prosper and to flourish. But that's gone in New York today. It really, really, really is. And it's a tragedy.